what was your kind of like first experiences with comics growing up?
My first experience with comics was sort of through animation, like on the television. Like I would watch, the Batman show on the TV, or there was an animated Spider-Man show that I really liked, and then I found out that there were comic books of those characters,
Yeah.
and I was just like, oh, let's do this, and it was really awesome because you could sit there with a comic book no matter what time of day or night. This is before, TiVo or like on-demand stuff. So like if you missed the Batman show or if you missed the Spider-Man, that was it. It was gone. But your comics were always there for you. So
you could always go back and read them and pick them up.
Absolutely.
Did you end up going to a comic book store, or how did you know to go pick up Spider-Man and Batman?
I don't. I was sick, and my mom would have brought back a whole bunch. Like I don't know, there was a local store, Heroes World in town. Like so, this is in New Jersey. So and then I would pick them up. Once I found comics, there was like two places in Chatham and Cape Cod. Sorry, where I grew up, and there was two places. One had more Marvels and one had more DCs, and one was like near the post office, or it was the post office or something like that, and the other place was like a little five and dime kind of shop. And I would just pick up comics as many as I could, and then I decided like when I was 7 that I wanted to be a comic artist.
No way, you were that young?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is Plan A. Still,
I love it.
And then, but there was a school near me in New Jersey, in Dover, that was the Kubert School, Joe Kubert School, and Joe used to teach these Saturday classes. So I started going from when I was 9 until like 15 or 16. So.
Wow, so like 6-7 years just going there.
Absolutely,
I mean, this was at the time you were just barely like getting into high school. You were getting
middle school,
high
was
school.
Middle school, elementary school. Absolutely, yeah. I was just drawing all the time. So, yeah, Joe used to teach the classes, and then Mike Chen taught the classes, and Mike wound up being the guy who runs the school now, or nearly runs it. I don't know exactly how that works, but
that's crazy. And so, what did you end up going to that school, or would you by the time you were?
No, by the time that I was kind of like in high school, I was like, well, I got this. So I figured I knew what they were going to teach me. So like, and I wanted to kind of get out of Jersey. So like, I went to SVA in New York for cartooning, and there I studied under Will Eisner and Harvey Kurtzman and Sal Mendola, a couple other people, Joe Orlando, things like that. So,
wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's
some legends there.
Yeah. They were teaching at the time, so it's funny. Like you meet these people, you're a student of them, and they know you, but you don't really know them. Like there's a whole teacher-student dynamic that you're never going to really be able to get away from.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely the names are. I mean, I'm kind of like a prize puppy. Like my pedigree is real long.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter unless you do actually something with it.
Absolutely. So. That's the world we live in. Is you have to put in the work and put in the learning process. So
exactly. I mean, I learned a lot from the people that I was around, but I mean, I don't know, because I started so early being taught. I had a lot of difficulty in these classes because I was like somewhat advanced. But, there's a difference between, like, knowing things at 9 years old and being able to put them in practice when you're 22.
Yeah.
There's, like, a little difference going on there.
Of course.
But it always threw me off a little bit because I knew too much about it, but not enough about it. I don't know how to describe that. I'm still always learning about everything I do.
I think that's the way we all are. We're all always learning, and it's impossible to be 100% perfect all the time. We're all human.
No, well, it's those mistakes that wind up being your style.
Of course.
It's like everyone's always trying to ape the thing that they love, like whether it's an artist or just a style or something like that. And it's those mistakes, those things that you can't quite get right that wind up being you. It's the things that you can't get away from. So.
That's what makes you you. It's like your fingerprint,
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's your fingerprint, yeah. But everyone's always trying to be somebody else.